Okay, so we've got this 1982 Ruger 1022. We'll go ahead and do a function check with it. We'll do some live ammo. Assuming everything works good, we'll put on some Infinite Product Solutions thread adapters, and we'll see how they work on this. That's all coming up next on Mostly 22 LR. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll just do 10 rounds. Simple function check. So, everything sounds good so far. And okay, so our target is at 9 yards, and I really like this. You know, it might seem a little bit wide for 9 yards, but we're using a simple bead sight, and shooting here, I'm getting up to here, so my groups look good. All I have to do is adjust the sights, and I can get onto the bullseye. I'm not going to be afraid of taking anything at probably 25 yards. We'll try that a little bit later, but let's go ahead and continue with some of the adapters. And now let's try 10 rounds with the 1/2 by 28 thread adapter. And of course, we've inspected the chamber visually to make sure that there's no ammo in here. We took the magazine out before we ever began this filming. But this is what it looks like from the barrel end. This is what it looks like if you were staring at the business end of this, at the muzzle. And everything here looks good. We can see that everything looks pretty smooth. There's no, there's a lot of room in that device for a bullet. I mean, a bullet could begin tumbling and still not hit this device. So I really like it. From this angle, everything looks great. But we can see here that this is shooting very well. I've got two little areas right here that I would call groups, and everything seems to be shooting just fine. Let's go ahead and put a muzzle brake on here and see how it shoots through the muzzle brake. It really doesn't look like anything's striking the muzzle brake. So I'm happy with it. Let's go ahead and switch. We'll try it with the suppressor this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these suppressor shots. This is interesting. When I came back to this one to shoot suppressor, I was actually shooting to the 9, and I wound up being down here. So I moved over to here and began taking my shots. And I was very loose with my shooting. I just wanted to see where they were landing. So don't worry about the precision of this group. Worry about the fact that instead of being like 1 inch high, it's actually like, what is that, 1.5 inches left and about 2.5 inches down. So shooting to here is, I mean, that's just an amazing thing that happens when we put the suppressor onto this Ruger 1022 and we shoot CCI mini mags. We'll have to take a look at that. Maybe in the future I'll put the suppressor on board and we'll do some tests with them without suppression. So there you have it, a little bit of cleanup and a little bit of gun oil. She's looking as good as she was in 1982. This Ruger 1022 has really held up after 33 years. The adapters from Infinite Product Solutions performed admirably. I just cannot say enough about them. I really just love them. They pump out some really great adapters. A slip-on adapter for a Ruger 1022, and as you saw here, their contemporary adapters fit this 1982 Ruger. I'm Rob Rosenberger for Mostly 22 LR. And remember, 22 LR is real ammunition. Treat it as such. We're going to do a video on how Ruger owners dry fire 9% of the time. And that's an okay thing.